Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money. With your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 887 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do some business quotations, and I'll probably throw in a little commentary as we go. I think I found these quite inspiring many times, so I look at them frequently. Hope you didn't miss episode 886. That was on the perils of long home pages. Don't get sucked into trying to be too cool, which hurts you in the long run. So check that out, episode 886. Anytime you want to get to a back episode, you go to screwthecommute.com/ and then the episode number. That was 886. And make sure you grab a copy of our automation ebook at screwthecommute.com/automate free, and check out my mentor program at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. All right, here we go. We're going to go into some quotations here, business quotations. You can always Google these and get some inspiration from them. Some of them will totally, grab you, and some of them you won't even get what the heck they're talking about. That's just because they're famous. Right? But I have some favorites here, and I'll, some of them are old standbys, some of them are new you may not have heard of. So Charles Schwab, he was a famous investor and has that big investment company. Don't wait for opportunities, create them. Yeah, you can, you'll be dead by the time you just wait for opportunities to dump in your lap, right? So go create them. Next one is Alice Walker. You may not have heard of her. She's a famous novelist, and she said the most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. Think about that. You have way more power than what you believe or what other people might tell you. So go ahead and use it. Now, this is a famous one by the hockey player Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Okay, so it's another don't be afraid of failure kind of thing. Now, this is a Chinese proverb. I kind of like this. This kind of grabbed me. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. All right. So just because you didn't do something a long time ago, it's not too late. Do it now. Let's see. This is Daphne Koller. She's co-founder of Coursera. It's an online course provider, went really big. She said, don't be afraid to do something big. You have to try. If you're going to fail, you might as well fail big, is what she's saying, I guess. Let's see. Walt Disney. Again, this is a famous person, probably rolling over his grave at the woke idiots running his place now. But they're going to definitely be part of my highly educated idiots program. But anyway, let's see. Walt said, the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Okay, because you can plan and tell everybody and talk yourself out of stuff. So go do it and then tell them what you did. How about that? All right, here's one close to my heart. I'm just kidding. This is Sara Blakely, the founder of Spanx, which is the thing to hold in women's fat. I don't know exactly what it is, but she says, well, yeah, this is a good quote for me. Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. I don't know what Spanx do. It's she says that can be your greatest strength and ensure that you do things differently from everybody else. And that's what she did, build a massive company. Here you probably heard of Zig Ziglar. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. That's cute. I knew Zig Ziglar. He was in the Speakers Association, and we sat together and talked quite a bit. But he was something. Now, here's another one you may not have know. Beatrice Dixon, she's the founder of the Honey Pot Company, is a feminine care company. I think Honey Pot means something in spies, having, like Eric Swalwell kind of stuff. I don't know. So Beatrice Dixon said, you can't do it all. You have to give what you've got for the day and leave the rest for tomorrow. And of course, she's all about taking care of yourself. So I get that. And that's absolutely true. Now, next is Jim Rohn. And many people say that Tony Robbins kind of stole his information from Jim Rohn. I'm not claiming that. I'm just saying that people do say that. At the very least, Jim Rohn was involved in helping Tony Robbins get going. So anyway, Jim said successful people, and he was one of the greatest motivational speakers. I mean, he could stand up there with no visuals and mesmerize you. I remember seeing him in person and just couldn't take your eyes off him. Anyway, he said successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Beautiful saying, yeah. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. It kind of reminds me of this other quote. I don't know who said this quote, but he said that successful people have big libraries. Unsuccessful people have big screen TVs. I don't know who said that, but I get it. I have 3 libraries here at the retreat center. Don't use them much anymore because everything's digital, but boy, I got lots and lots of books in there. Let's see. Barbara Corcoran, she's the real estate mogul and that Shark Tank personality. And she said the difference between successful people and others is how long they spend time feeling sorry for themselves. Yeah, total waste of time. All right, go do something. Here's Winston Churchill says, success is walking from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Now that is a good one right there. Yeah, that was Winston Churchill. Now, Tory Burch, a fashion designer and businesswoman and philanthropist, said, there are many things you can do overnight, but there is no overnight success. That's beautiful. And when you hear overnight success, most of them have been doing things 20 years and then they're an overnight success. Let's see. Henry Ford, we all know him. A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. And I'm not sure what he meant by that, but I kind of feel that way that, part of my happiness and success is I've helped so darn many other families and people be successful. So that's a big part of my motivation. And let's see. Next, I think it's Vera Wang. Yeah, Vera Wang, another fashion designer, said success isn't about the end result. It's about what you learn along the way, which the more you learn along the way, probably the more successful you're going to be. All right, Richard Branson from the airline. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing and falling over. In other words, you have to go out there and do something, make your mistakes, learn from them, improve, and keep rolling. Okay, Arianna Huffington, from the legend Huffington thing, we need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes. Understanding that failure is not the opposite of success is part of success. That's Arianna Huffington from the Huffington Post. Next is Bruce Lee, the famous fighter. The successful warrior is the average man with laser-like focus. Yeah, you don't have to be great. He had another one about, I don't fear the man that knows 10,000 techniques. I fear the man that knows one technique and has practiced it 10,000 times. All right, that's again, focus. Now here's another one, though. You may not recognize the name, Madam C.J. Walker. She was the first African-American female millionaire. And she said, I had to make my own living and my own opportunity, but I made it. Don't sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. Just a different way of saying what that previous person said. But this lady, first African-American female millionaire. Now, Ginni Rometty was the CEO of IBM, and I've quoted her lots of times because, she didn't care about college degrees. She cared about people that could do the job. And that's what my school teaches. But anyway, she said, I learned to always take on things I'd never done before. Growth and comfort do not coexist. All right, that's a beautiful, totally true. And I'll follow up with one of my favorite we'll end here with Mario Andretti. And then I'll have a really fun one that I really love after this one. So Mario said, if everything seems under control, you're just not going fast enough. And that's the truth, man. But when you go really fast in your business, things are going to be chaotic sometimes, but you're going to make massive progress. Yeah, you'll get some setbacks, but in the time somebody sits and thinks for 6 months before they do anything and then makes a mistake, they're 6 months behind. They could have been way ahead, and that little setback was no big deal. And this next one is not, I don't know if it's a quotation, but it was a funny sign that I saw that I just love. It says it's hanging up in this company. It said, we give 110%, 10% on Mondays, 15% on Tuesdays. So anyway, go and, help your business to see what these other people are saying and thinking, and maybe it'll, light a fire under your butt to get doing something rather than talking about it. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Tom Antion here. Check out my mentor program, greatinternetmarketingtraining.com, and we'll catch you on the next episode. See you later.